Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner, and this is a specific gossip chat. Who said that? Because that dang on Tamar Braxton has angered me, and I just was like, let me just do one specific video about this particular situation. So, if you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a whole JayBird, dun 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 dun, and all that goodness. Do not forget to hit that like button, but I'm assuming it's going to be a lot of dislikes because I don't like what Tamar is doing. As a Tamar fan, I still don't like what Tamar is doing, so I'm assuming this video will get dislikes. I don't care. Zero given, okay? But if you can, like this video, comment in the comment section, which I'm sure y'all will, okay? I'm gonna get a whole bunch of you fat, black, ugly, but I'm not. Anyway, I'm expecting it because them Martians who was too young to know how to handle themselves always does that when I come out the Tamar. And do not forget to share this video and also hit that notification bell because it lets you know when I have new videos. So, Wendy Williams has caused trouble. So, technically, this is Wendy Williams' fault as well, along with Tamar and a little bit of the real. So, for those of y'all who may not know, y'all know Wendy Williams is back for season 11. Yesterday, she had Nene on there. That's a whole other video for a whole other day. Because Nene was like, girl, stop acting like you don't realize that you act like a whole different person from season 1 to season 9. But that's not what this is about. Okay, today, Wendy had Tamar on her show, okay, to chit chat about different things, okay? So Tamar came out in Spanx, okay? She came out in Spanx, which as we see was more of a promotional thing because she has some ad on her IG. I don't follow Tamar on IG anymore. But yeah, she came out in Spanx, and I was like, okay, girl, I didn't plan this or whatever, you know. My glam squad was going to be like I was crazy. So you out the blue was going to go out in your little new color Spanx that had shoes and jewelry to match. Okay, but I like her. She looked great regardless of the facts. So, she came out with shit chatting or whatever, you know what I'm saying? She talked about some things, you know, her and Vince cool now, but not really, but they cool, you know what I'm saying? Because they got a whole, you know what I'm saying, how Logan he's in elementary. She's like a third grader or whatever, so they had to be cool because they son. Whatever. You know, oh yeah, me and my sisters, you know, we good now, whatever. The new season of Brackets coming on. Girl, okay, whatever. Wendy then asked her, would you ever go back to the real? You know, would you ever, I know, it's been a while or whatever. It's a little cute show, whatever, but they need you back. Wendy, let me get on you real quick. Y'all know I watch Wendy every day. Wendy is delusional if she feels like the real needs Tamar. The Real is a different show with or without Tamar. Let me say that. I watched it when Tamar was on there. I watched it since she's been gone. I didn't watch it anymore with Tamar on there than I watch it now that she isn't. What I will say is the show is more focused without 5 people. It runs smoother in my opinion with the 4. They don't need no 5th. Okay? Let me say that. So it was shade in itself for Wendy to say that show needs Tamar. She's been gone for 3 years. She's been gone for 3 years. The show has won a couple Emmys, and they have a steady fan base of people for that show. I don't see that show in it anytime soon. Let me say that. And I don't watch it every day. I record it every day, and depending on who the guest is or depending on what topic they have on there, I will watch it. Okay, the same as I do with any other talk show that I record. I record Wendy, The Real, and The View. Depending on who on there or what the first 5-10 minutes is about, that makes me decide if I'm going to watch it or not. Anyway, so again, it's a real cute show, but they need you back. So Tamar then had a response, okay? And I want to read what she said so I can be sure that I say the right thing. And people can say, oh, she responded, positively. No, she didn't. It was a little bit of shade. The fact that the first words out of her mouth was, I do not want to be anybody's marketing tool this season. No shade. I just wish everybody would I wish everyone well, and I just feel like sometimes God has more, girl, God has to move you out of situations before you become more toxic to yourself. How much more toxic can you be? She says, what if I was in a situation where I'm doing the Braxtons and it's very stressful, and then I'm doing this other show where people are being catty behind my back? What kind of person would I be right now sitting on this couch? I wouldn't be focused. I wouldn't be ready for my transformation. I wouldn't be ready for my elevation, and that's where I've got to go. The shade came in, one from Wendy calling them a cute little show and saying they need Tamar. The second piece of shade came in with Tamar saying she didn't want to be a marketing tool. I don't think anybody, no one who talks about the real on a real level brings up Tamar, not 3 years later. That's like talking about Live with Kelly and Ryan, and you keep bringing up Michael Strahan. It's a whole different show. That man is gone. It's a whole different show. The lady has been gone, okay? She has been gone. She has been. She changes nothing. It's a different show. But I digress, okay? Now, she said that was about it. It was still a bit shady. And as you know, The Real is also live. The Real comes on after Wendy Williams. And what I didn't like is people, because The Real responded. And no, let me go in order. But I need for show hosts and people to whatever to realize people watch other people's shows. They do. Wendy has said how she watches The View, but The View comes on before she does. So why is it crazy for The Real to watch Wendy Williams? People watch her show. So can they not watch Wendy? Oh, well, they only watched it because Tamar was on there. How you know they don't watch it every day? But I digress. Anyway, The Real response. Oh, I have pictures and everything. Let me get them in this up. Okay. So of course The Real and Lonnie, because it was more Lonnie and Tamar. And Tamar, okay? Girl, bald head of lies. It's frustrating because Tamar consistently plays victim. I touched my glasses. Tamar consistently plays victim. And when she do it, she try to make it seem as if, oh, well, it was me, or as if she's better than somebody else, or that because I'm so not petty, I'm not even going to get, involved in any bullshit of it all. But in hindsight, she's all the way involved. I had to fix my glasses. So, The Real responded. They came out and Lonnie, you can tell Lonnie was upset. And I think, why is I'm on my goddamn glasses? Mainly because Lonnie has been the main person. Oh, it's on the inside. Lonnie has been the main person blamed for Tamar being put off the show. Mainly being blamed by Tamar. Now again, Tamar left the show 3 years ago. 3 years ago. Whatever. So, she came out, so, again, Tamar left 3 years ago. I don't know why anyone keeps bringing up, her and the show. It's been so long or whatever. She also said, Wendy, thanks for calling us that little cute show, whatever. But don't forget, we are also Emmy winning show. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to mention that, sis. And that was shade to Wendy because Wendy ain't won no Emmy. But Wendy's still a great show, okay? People don't win all the time. But again, I think her point was don't shade us as if we're some new brand new show that's been on for 1 season. We've been on for 6. Okay, let's just say that. Anyway, so they then show proof, okay, that Tamar apologized to them. Okay, now we see this right here. It was a video. It was a video, and that's Tamar. So Tamar did post this video on her IG. She posted this around the time that Braxton Family Values went off last season when it was a mess, when she was a mess, and that whole Trina thing, when she got engaged, she posted this. And as you see it said, when all you know and felt is hurt, you hurt. Self-inflicted and to others are included. From my sisters, the ladies of The Real, Ayanla, old and new friends, and whomever else I've ever hurt from being hurt, please forgive me. I didn't know love to show love. Now I do thanks to my boo-boo David. She posted that. I remember reading it and I said, oh, that's cool. I also said, But let's see if Tamar sticks to that. Let's see if she didn't post that for some kind of attention or whatever. And as Lonnie said today, this post on Tamar's page has since been deleted. Yes, it's gone because Tamar didn't mean it. I feel like when you fully apologize to somebody, you leave the apology where you put it. You don't delete it. You know when you delete apologies when you didn't really mean it. Okay, that's when you do that. Anyway, so she then brings up how once Tamar apologized, then because Tamar did that publicly. Okay, she said I publicly invited Tamar to come to the show for season 6 so we can all sit down and have a conversation and kind of have a full circle moment. The same way Wendy is doing now with having Nene on her show, having Tamar on her show, when she brought up how she is reconnecting with people she, had been beefed out with here, there, over in life, whatever, for whatever reason. Wendy herself said, I'm bringing them in and having conversations to kind of come full circle. Again, Nene and Tamar had not been on Wendy's show in seasons, in a while, because of little beef here, little beef there, okay? So for Lonnie to say the same way that Wendy brought these women on her show to have a full circle moment, I did that with Tamar because I felt like Tamar putting that apology on her IG was an olive branch. So I tried to return the favor and publicly invited her to the show. When she didn't respond, I then privately, tried to contact her, via text, phone call, or whatever. She didn't reach out. The show reached out to her, privately to see if they can have her back as a guest to have a conversation because Tamar has been the main one saying for the past 3 years that they was being catty to her, they were backstabbing her, and that them, really Lonnie, was the one who got her fired. Now, the reason that aggravates me is because Tamar act like after she got fired, none of us seen her show, her and Vince's show, the Braxton Family Value show. We seen Tamar be completely toxic. We seen what was happening behind the scenes between her and Vince. We seen all of this. Okay, we seen the toxicness that is Tamar and Vince, and that is why they deserve to be divorced because they need to be happy separate. Okay, so it's aggravating that Tamar is really acting like I don't have any idea why I was fired. It had to be my coworkers who got me fired. That's what it had to be. So you mean 4 people ganged up against one innocent victim? That's what you want to tell me? That's what happened. You were innocent. They got you fired. You didn't get you fired. Tamar, bald-headed Braxton, boo boo. You got yourself fired because at the time that you were on the real, you were in a toxic situation. You were probably fussing and fighting with Vince a lot. You yourself was toxic because the situation you were in were toxic. We all recognize you and Vince were not in good places back then. I can imagine the horrible people and ways that y'all would talk to each other on camera. Okay, the last season of Tamar and Vince was horrible. It was a train wreck. It was a whole train wreck, okay? And that is what led to you being fired. The train wreck you were living at home was manifesting itself in your work life. And that is why you end up getting fired. You can't blame other people for your actions, Tamar. If you were a good person to work with, none of them could have gotten you fired. Because all the record execs, all the TV execs care about is numbers and money and ratings. If you were that great on that show and not a horrible person to deal with, they would have kept you, okay? It was not Nam, letter, Lonnie, or anyone could have written that would have made them replace you. Let's say that, okay? And we can't forget that they don't own the show. They don't own the real show. They are talent. As they said, we all have contracts. And if they don't renew our contract, it ain't nothing we can do. Okay? So let's say that. But back to the fact that Lonnie, as she said, they all tried to reach out. Even when Tamar got fired. And she was the one who put out that she got fired. She was the one who put out that she thought they did it. They all said we tried to reach out to Tamar and she ignored us. She posted about her being fired and we didn't even know. Okay, and I like what Tamara said on today's show. She brought up how once Tamar put out her narrative first, Tamar put out her narrative first, which made her the victim. She put out that she was fired for no reason that she knew, and that the ladies knew and someone was backstabbing her. She put that out first because she knew that people would run with that narrative. And as Tamara said today, she said once Tamar put that out, anything that we said in response was looked at as defensive. It was looked at as if we were defending ourselves and we were lying, that we were trying to, make excuses for something that we did, and that just wasn't true. Mainly because Tamar put her narrative out first. I agree with that because I'm a logical thinking person. Anyone who watches Tamar, anyone who knows Tamar through social media, through her TV stuff, through her career. Okay, Tamar has let us see who she is. Tamar has always been catty and negative. Forever, and ever. She really, really has. So it's mind-boggling to me how only the Tamartian friends of hers really believe the bullshit the Tamar's putting out. But I digress. Anyway, so I just Lonnie also brought, I'm trying to remember the word, not Lonnie, Tamara. Tamara brought up how, I have been in the business for over 20 years. We know Tamara as sister. Okay, we've known her and her sister and her family for years as well. She said in the over 20 years that I've been in this business, I have never had a reputation of being catty. So why would I all of a sudden get catty with anybody? Like, why would I, that is me. And that's true. When you looking at a sheep, it's a sheep. Tamar is a sheep. Okay? And I mean that in the aspect of Tamar is who she is. Love her or hate her, she is exactly who she is. Tamar has to own the fact that she can be catty, she can be petty, she can be extra. Okay, extra, or whatever. That is who she is. However, we've never seen Tamara be catty. And, Adrienne Bailon seems innocent now. Okay, so my thing is, we've seen Tamar exhibit the behaviors of a person who could be fired. We kept asking ourselves, how is she still on television? Okay, with her sisters, because they were all negative. We kept on, how is the show on the air? How is that possible? The same antics that Tamar has with her sisters, with her ex-husband, I'm pretty sure are the same ones she had with these ladies. And so for anyone to act as if, oh, it must be them, y'all are delusional. Completely delusional. But I digress. So, Lonnie also brought up how she had been in the business for 15 years trying to get on television as a comedian. She said, why on earth would I then try to sabotage Tamar, who's on the same show I'm on? What sense does that make? And it doesn't make sense. But what does make sense is that we have seen Tamar be self-destructive. We have seen Tamar make mountains out of molehills. We have seen Tamar cause conflict where there doesn't need to be conflict. We've seen Tamar get upset at her own sister for getting engaged after the sister's ex-husband died of cancer. We saw that, okay? We saw that. We have seen Tamar act a plum D fool and say it's because she's the baby. We've seen that. I just wish people would call a spade, okay? Call a thing a thing. Tamar can't be on the show with other people. She can't. Or at least she couldn't back then when she was in a toxic marriage. Okay? Period. Okay, we seen her on Big Brother. Y'all seen her on Big Brother and the antics that she brought. So why on earth do y'all think Tamar Braxton is this innocent person who was taken down by a mean Lonnie Love? It pisses me off. It really, 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 really do. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy to think that. So that was what happened, okay? Oh, one thing, Adrienne brought up something too. She said people kept asking us why didn't we quit when they fired Tamar. Why would they? If my coworker gets fired, that don't have shit to do with me. We work for the same company. You got fired for your own antics. I didn't get fired. And Adrienne even brought up, if me and my sister work for the same company and I get fired, I'm not going to say walk out with me. I would say no, stay here. I would tell you what not to do to not get fired like me. And it's true. People act like they don't have coworkers who get fired every day. Who is out here leaving their job for a coworker? No one. And to make it seem as if, oh, well, y'all must be guilty because y'all didn't leave either. What? No. I don't think Tamar was treated unfairly. I think Tamar was being Tamar and got fired. Tamar got the consequences of her actions and she ain't know how to take it. And so for the past 3 years, she's been blaming everyone but herself. Tamar has never took accountability that there is any part that she could have played and get fired. That is asinine. Okay, that is stupid. At the time when the show was on, Tamar was the biggest star. So they fired the biggest star who could give them the most promotion across multiple networks. They fired that person? That's who they fired? Because Lonnie complained? Who, no tea, no shade, but who was Lonnie Love in the beginning? I had only heard of her. I knew Tamar. I knew Tamar. Currently, all these ladies here, they weren't really popular when the show came on. Tamar was. Why would you think the company would fire the most popular person who has her own other 2 shows on a different network that she's allowed to cross promote on? Because they will talk about the real on her TV shows on WeTV. Why would they do that? You want to know why? Because she got herself fired. Because her husband was difficult. Because it was beefing and arguing. Girl. Anyway, that is what they said. Now, Tamar then went online. I'm going to take off the picture from the reel. Tamar then went online and she posted some screenshots, okay? Now, this is the first screenshot she posted. She posted this screenshot trying to prove that she had tea that someone gave her, that Lonnie was the one who wrote some letters. Now, she didn't say who sent her these texts. She didn't say when these texts were from or nothing, okay? We have no information. This is all this is all she posted. And it says, so I just found out Lonnie with Love was writing letters to get you kicked off the show. She wrote the network. Laughed out loud. Lonnie was writing the network on you. I'm hearing this story. I told everyone that was her. No one wants to believe me. Okay. Yeah, I got confirmation right now. Person who wrote and worked for her is within the tea. And then she says, she was upset that I was making, and she tried to put how much money she was making. So that was the first part that she posted. She then posted, this is the wrong thing. Sorry, y'all. She then posted this one, okay, where it says, if it wasn't God's plan, it wouldn't have happened. That's not being messy. And then someone says, Cookie told me it's the truth. She said she was writing letters while you were in surgery, and she says losing that publicly almost took me out. You know what I'm saying? I was on my deathbed. Tamar, I don't believe you. And I also don't like when people post receipts with no date stamp, no time stamp, no who said what, and no letters. Anyone can say, I heard from somebody that Lonnie was doing this. That's what I heard. But where's the proof? Anyone can say that to the person who's saying that happened. My thing is, where's the proof? If someone told you she wrote it, where's the letters? I really feel like if Lonnie had wrote them letters, if Lonnie had wrote anything, it would have came out, because this story was huge when Tamar first got fired. Someone would have leaked that information. Point blank period. I just don't believe it. I don't. I feel like people are telling Tamar what she wants to hear. If Tamar ever has an actual email and it shows proof that Lonnie did it, then absolutely go after Lonnie. Absolutely. But don't come at me with blanket text. Okay? Don't give me no blank check. I can't cash that. I need a signature, okay? I need to know who account it goes from to me, okay? So this isn't receipts. This is gossip. This is not receipts, okay? This is me saying, I heard that Billy Bob Thornton was dating Jesus. Did you? Did you, girl? Yeah, I heard that. That's just gossip. It's gossip. It's not receipts. People in this era really feel like receipts are, because someone said something. No, that's not a receipt. A receipt is something that shows proof. Okay, it's on a piece of paper. Okay, it's a text chain and it shows the person, the phone. It's from the company. Okay, this is me. Okay, producer of the show. Yes, Lonnie came to me and told me that she ain't like you, and she told me to go to the network. That's a receipt. When the person say, yes, Lonnie told me this. She told me this, and I'm the head of hiring and firing. Okay, Lonnie came to me. I'm HR. That's a receipt. Okay, a receipt is, here's a text chain that shows it's from Lonnie, is Lonnie's phone number, and it's to the head of it's the head of Fox, and it's her saying we should get rid of Tamar. Tamar is so difficult. I can, that's proof. That's proof. But on the other side, if your coworker is difficult, if your coworker is difficult and makes your job hard, aren't you supposed to go to your boss? Now that you're a friend, you're not supposed to. If you're a friend, you talk to your friend. But I also feel like girl, I cannot. So after Lonnie never responded, Tamar went on her IG and she posted that stuff. Todrick responded. I think it's Todrick called, or Todrick some damn body, who says, praying this passes soon. I love you, and your talent and personality are so immense. We need to be roommates and take each other's phones away from being take each other's phone away from each other when we're about to post things we may regret. And that is absolutely true. Okay. And then Tamar responded and said, brother, well, Lonnie shouldn't have been stalking me and Wendy today and started this bullshit. I've said nothing mean about them nor they dusty ass show. She should have just left me the F alone. It's not too much. No, it's too much. I'm tired of her lying and me taking it no more. Everyone who knows me knows I'm not thinking about them and wish them well. They should have sat this one out, period. And I think that's BS. You can't comment on someone else and tell them to not respond to you. Period. You could have told Wendy, I don't want to talk about that. Let's move on. You responded. In the little part of, you being a marketing tool and them being catty. They have their own show. To do what? To respond. That's why. The same way that Wendy come on her show every day and say, I have my own show to address my own issues. Boom. Okay? So, it's complete. Tamar then posted a clip of back when when Maddie and Kaya was friends on the Queen Supreme Court or whatever, with Maddie going off on Lonnie and calling Lonnie a fat neck, thighs rubbing together, all these fat names. And I look, when I read people and when I go off on my tirades or whatever, I make it a note to never discuss how someone is like built. Okay, I'm not gonna do that because I don't like attacking people's weight. I didn't like that. That's my personal opinion. However, everyone has their right to do whatever. But for me, for Tamar to come out and act as if, oh, I'm not petty, I ain't this, I ain't that. But you then go and post a messy, ooh, Maddie went in, baby. Y'all know I love Maddie. No, you know I love Maddie, no question. But again, you pulled an old clip when Maddie was with somebody who she only fuck with now. And Tamar is messy. Tamar is petty. It's the reason why she posted what she posted. Period. Because my thing is, you can't say, oh, they can talk about me. They don't, sis. They don't. Wendy brought this up, and we know for a fact that tomorrow morning, Wendy will have a full conversation of hot topics, things to talk about, because she started this shit. Okay? Wendy asked a question that she knew would cause issue. Wendy not dumb. We now know she not dumb. Well, she plot and she plan. And she should. Okay, it is what it is. But we can't act as if Wendy did not think, okay, if I ask her this, it may bring out some things. Because she know how Tamar is. And she's messy and she's petty. Period. Okay? And that's what I have to say about that. Honey, I was very pissed off at Tamar. And I love Tamar's music. I really do love Tamar's music, but I don't like her as a person for this exact reason. And the fact that Lonnie and I think Tamara was saying, like, we are black women should not be up here tearing each other down, like we should lift each other up. That's how they ended it. That's how it was. And for Tamar to kind of just completely to post that that video of Maddie, just going in on and she was going in on Lonnie like on behalf of Tamar, and it was old because again it was when her and Kai was cool, doing the stuff up in the house and everything. So it was old. Okay, it was old. So I mean, I just feel like, girl, everyone needs to does not bring it up. And I also feel like the reason that Tamar has not responded to the real to go on the show, because if you feel like Lonnie did that, go on the show and say it. I feel like Tamar won't do that there because she know they'll probably have some kind of proof that she lying. Period. Period. Anyway, let me stop here because I did not mean to go on this long, but it was in my spirit and I had to get it out. Anyway, I love you all, you know what I'm saying? To anybody who's gonna have comments to call me fat, black, and ugly, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? You can kiss my butt. I said what I said it again. I am team, black woman. Okay, I am team Tamar can't act like she innocent. I am team, you know what I'm saying, Lonnie, honey, I don't know because I wasn't there. But what I do know is I felt more of a positive vibe from the women of the real than I did from what Tamar posted on social media. Girl, I don't. I can't. Anyway, y'all, peace.